guys, welcome back to Stephie Creates. Today we are going to do some wire wrapping. I was talking with one of my YouTube friends, Sharon, from Cheap to Chic, and we were talking about wire wrapping versus not wire wrapping. So to start off, we're going to talk about not wire wrapping. So when you take an eye pen, like so, and you put it through a bead, and then you take your looper if you have one. Wow, those are not long enough, so let's grab longer ones. Okay, let's try that again. You take your bead, you put it through your one-step looper, and it makes a loop like that. That is not wire wrapping. Wire wrapping is when you actually wrap the wire around the bead. So if you use a bead like that and you put an eye pin through it, you're just going to be creating a dangle. Sorry, I was trying to pick up that bead. So you're just basically creating a dangle. So let me show you. Since these are not long enough, we're going to push those over, pick those up in a minute. So then you stick it through, you make your loop. And again, and I'm doing this with this bead because I know I will make something with this bead later. It's not part of this project, but it's just to show you that this is not wire wrapping. Okay, so I'm going to open that little hole and I'm going to stick my other bead through it and close it up. I have now created a dangle. Oops, a dangle. This is not wire wrapping. You did not wrap any wire around that bead. All right, now to show you what wire wrapping is. Okay, sorry, I had to clean up the eye pens. All right, so here I've created a dangle doing wire wrapping. This is my first time doing this design. I kind of just taught myself. Sharon sent me a picture of what she wanted to learn how to do. So these are the two I created off camera to kind of teach myself how to do it, so I can show you. So I have these yellow beads and these orange beads that I'm going to do. I did not pick a bead cap for the yellow beads because they have this silver cap already on there and they have these little gems, so I didn't want to do that. So you're going to take 20 gauge wire. I have wire elements from Michaels here. They do not sell this in the store. You have to order them online. So here I have the silver color. So I kind of gauged, ouch, I kind of gauged the size I would need. So these are almost 2 inches. So I tried 12 inches to begin with because I knew I was wire wrapping and I didn't know this was only going to be 2 inches. So knowing that it's almost 2 inches, I really don't need that much. I am making 2 though. So you could cut one long one to make the 2, or you can cut 2 individuals. Whichever is more comfortable for you. I think I want to just cut one long one so I don't have short scraps at the end. So let's do, I'm going to do 10. So I'm going to cut this at 10 inches, give or take. And I'm going to grab my ring tool, my jump ring or whatever. ring tool, I'm going to do the smallest one. So you want to give yourself a little bit, since you're starting it, you want to give yourself some slack here. Put it there, and then you're going to wrap it around. And then I'm going to move to my left hand because I am right-handed. I'm going to grab these pliers and I'm going to bring it up, and then I'm going to wrap best I can, wrap it around the wire. Okay, and I'm going to stop there. So there's my wire wrap right there. I'm going to go ahead and cut off that little piece. You don't have to cut it off, you can keep going if you like. And then I'm going to push it down so there's not a sharp edge. So then I'm going to take my first bead, and this bead is too long, so I am going to need a bead cap. So let me pick out a bead cap. The hole in this is too big, so let me pick out a bead cap and we'll be right back to finish. Alright, so I picked out a bead cap. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And then I'm going to put that bead back on. And now it's stopped by that bead cap. And then I'm going to put this spacer bead. And then the top bead. So that's the end of my ding. Okay. I'm going to take my tool again, and again I want to do this smaller one. I want to give it a little bit of room there so that I can wrap the wire around. So it's a little bit more difficult once you have the beads on. So you're gonna get your thing, I'm gonna put it in my other hand, and I am going to pull that, and I'm going to start wrapping around. See, this is harder with the bead. All right, I'm going to get it started with my hand. I have a little bit more control with my hand. You can do this too with your hand if you'd like. Or you can use the okay, I'm going to stop there. Straighten that up. Kind of crimp it together here. And cut off the excess. And then kind of push in the end. It keeps turning on me. There we go. So there's another one. All right, we're going to do it again. So you want to make sure that you have some slack. And you're going to pinch both down. And I probably could have used a little bit more slack on this one. So I could have used a little bit more of a slack on this one, but that's okay. And then go ahead and put your this is all right. Okay, put your beads on. Now you're back to the end. You have like a little bit of slack. I would say about that much. And then wrap your I didn't have to use that whole thing, but I was trying to make my wrapping a little neater. So I'm gonna cut that little piece off here, and when you're cutting, cut away from you because they do shoot everywhere. All right, so here's my yellow ones. All right, we're going to do the orange ones now. So we're done with the silver. So I'm going to wrap the wire around and stick it through that so it doesn't unravel. All right, so now I have this brass color 20 gauge beadsmith wire elements from Michael's. Again, not available in the store, online only. All right, so watch. As soon as I take that off, it unravels. So you gotta be careful. Okay. So I got 2 here. Last time I did 10. It seemed like 10 was a good size, so about 5 for each one. So I'm gonna do 10 again. Sorry, you did not see that. I was measuring on my ruler here. Okay. So we're gonna start smaller ring. Get your slack in there. Squeeze them together. Bring that up like that. Make sure they're tight. And then wrap. Okay, my finger can't do anymore because that is painful. I'm gonna grab my pliers here. And work. Trying to work it flat. It's not going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut it off. There's your wrap. Okay, now I'm going to, same thing that I did before, and put my bead cap, my bead, my spacer bead, and you could do any design that you want. You don't have to do this design. This is just the design kind of that she showed me, that she wanted to learn, so I'm just following it. Following the design. All right, here we are again. At the end, give yourself some room to wrap. Take your wire, squeeze as tight as you can so it doesn't move around on your, squeeze this. All right, so then easiest way to do it is to pull that wire all the way over like that, and then wrap. And then cut. See, I didn't cut that away from me. It flew at me. Luckily, it did not fly in my eyeballs. All right, and then you're gonna squish that, and then there is your wire wrap. Now I have to find that wire. All right, so we're gonna do one more. Again, the smaller one. Give yourself some slack here. Pinch it together. And wrap. And again, you can use pliers or your fingers, whichever is easier for you. Once I get to this point, it's easier to use the pliers. Okay, so you want to make sure the end is pushed in so you don't cut yourself. Cap, bead, spacer, bead, and show the smaller one. Give yourself enough room to wire wrap, and like I said, go all the way over. Actually, I'm going to stop there. Fix my ring a little bit. And then I'm going to chop that off and fold it in. And then there is my wire wrap. Yes, they're still considered wire wrap, even though you're not wire wrapping the beads, but you are wire wrapping the wire. So these are the ones I did today. I think they're really cute for dangles, for some paper crafting, so I'm going to put these in a drawer to use later. And then as you can see from this one, this is not wire wrapping. You're not wire wrapping a bead. You're just making a dangle. See? I hope that helps everybody understand the difference between wire wrapping and not wire wrapping. If there's any other wire wrapping pieces that you want me to show you how to do, leave them in the comments or leave me a message on Instagram and I will figure it out and show you how to do it. All right. Thank you all for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next one. Bye, guys. Thank you.